All right, and we're back. We are doing the 7th league of the day. We're almost on hour 13. So let's go ahead and spin the wheel and see what we get. Dredge. All right, this is Dredge. You are probably all familiar with it. You have cards that say if you would draw a card, you can instead mill that many cards and bring this card back to your hand. You then have cards that discard cards and cause you to draw cards. Cathartic Reunion and Thrilling Discovery. And then the dredgers are Golgari Thug, Stinkweed Imp, Dark Blast. Narcomoebas come back from the graveyard, triggering prized amalgams come back from the graveyard. Creeping Chills mill over and drain your opponent and gain you life, which cause Silver's Moat Ghoul to come back from the graveyard. You also have Ox of Agonis and Conflagrate from the graveyard. It's old classic Dredge, and not a single Lauder card has touched the deck. Sideboard, Portable Hole, Leyline Sanctity, Void, Thoughtseize, Wear Tear, Gemstone Caverns. So, and then a bunch of mostly rainbow lands, and then other lands that are in kind of these colors, vaguely. The only deck that might be more boomer than Jund. So let's jump into the 7th league of the day with Dredge. Round 1 on the play with Dredge. We have 1 land, Otherworldly Gaze. Is that good enough? So if we don't hit a Dredger in the top 3 cards, then the hand just dies. Or if we don't hit a land in the top 3 cards, then this... I guess we can Otherworldly Gaze for the 2nd land and then Thrilling Discovery, so it's actually probably fine. Yeah, alright, let's keep. Play a land, go. Mishra's Bauble, and they're bobbling themselves. Flooded Strand. Alright, cast Otherworldly Gaze. Opponent fetches. Steam Vents. Oh man, we're getting Spell Pierced. I did think about what if our opponent's playing a deck with Spell Pierce, and I just, whatever reason, I felt like, oh, I should just do this at instant speed. And I guess that will punish me for doing that severely. Bauble trigger. Well, pass back to the opponent. Opponent cycles Lorien Revealed, gets a Steam Vents, shocks the Steam Vents in, and then passes back to us. Well, we've still failed to draw a land, so we're going to pass again. And I guess my plan at this point is just discard to hand size. Bauble. Bauble trigger targeting us, I guess. They play EI, play Flooded Strand, and then back to us. Bauble trigger. Well, we're going to discard to hand size now. Opponent fetches. Discard Stinkweed Imp. Opponent plays Expressive Iteration. Murktide Regent entered exile, so now they're going to play Murktide. And we've got to race the Murktide with what we have. And Murktide is a 7/7. So if I don't dredge, then I have to draw a land exactly. So I should just dredge. Yeah, dredge Stinkweed Imp. There's Narcomoeba. Use the ability. So if I cast Conflagrate, I discard... Oh no, I can't flashback Conflagrate. I don't have another red source. Alright, pass the turn and bin Stinkweed Imp. And then I guess we just chump Murktide. Man, hardcore punished for not casting the Otherworldly Gaze in my main phase and just passing it to the opponent. Blood Moon, sure. Opponent Unholy Heats the Narcomoeba. And attacks for 7, we go to 12. Alright, dredge Stinkweed Imp. We hit nothing. So pass the turn and discard Stinkweed Imp again. And then we're just dead in 2 hits to Murktide, right? Unless I mill over Creeping Chills. There's the possibility of milling over multiple Creeping Chills. Alright, so dredge Stinkweed Imp. Alright, we hit nothing, so that's the game. Alright, so what are they sideboarding as far as Graveyard Hate? If they are siding any Graveyard Hate, it's probably like Relic of Progenitus. So I want Leyline of the Void against them. And then Portable Hole, if it's Graveyard Hate, this Portable Hole can eat it. Why don't you draw on your second to last turn to try to hit lands? Because they have blue up anyway, and all I'm trying to do is just find Creeping Chills. So these 4, and then what do I not necessarily care about? Dark Blast is great. I can't cut any of the dredge pieces. I can probably do what? Cut an Ox, cut one of the Gazes. I'm not sure what dredge cuts. Cathartic Reunion's probably pretty bad against counterspells. Yeah, you discard your stuff, but then you don't draw any cards. Or you don't dredge any cards, rather. These can kill all the small guys. Better on the draw than the play. Let's try that. Alright, on the play. Well, we have no dredgers in hand. And a Narcomoeba in hand. So we have Cathartic Reunion, but no dredgers. And there's a Creeping Chill and Conflagrates in our hand. This is pretty bad. Yeah, let's mold this. Alright, well, I guess I'm going to Gaze and then Thrilling. So keep this. Put back Amalgam or Narcomoeba. I guess Amalgam, right? Alright, that's done. So land, fetch. So I need to get Steam Vents and then Sacred Foundry. So Steam Vents, shock, cast Otherworldly Gaze. Graveyard is this stuff. So I'm going to bin all of it. Graveyard, graveyard, graveyard. And then Narcomoeba triggers and comes back. And pass. Opponent bobbles. Plays Steam Vents. Shocks in Steam Vents. Plays Ragavan. Plays Tormod's Crypt. Yikes. All right, eats our graveyard. They just ate our graveyard immediately. Didn't even wait. Huh. Draw a Dredger. Come on. Draw a Dredger. Bobble. Not a Dredger. Well, So it's either Portable Hole Ragavan or it's just... They're almost certainly going to go next turn just like kill this, attack us, right? So fetch Sacred Foundry. So then the only question is, do I care more? I guess I'm going to Portable Hole this. Yeah, take that. And then they could dash another Ragavan, but let's just attack. I want to have a Dredger before I cast Thrilling. Flooded Strand. Fetch. They get a island. And they're dashing Ragavan. Okay. They hit us. They exile Prized Amalgam. And they have Spell Pierce mana now. There's Golgari Thug. Well, let's just try to cast this. They have the Spell Pierce. Okay. So play this and then just pass. I feel like I've made every wrong decision in this game. Plays Ragavan normally. All right, fetch on end step. Let's grab Blood Crypt. Well, I guess we just play Golgari Thug now, right? And pass the turn. Opponent casts Consider. Surveils Darcy to the graveyard. Murktide as a 5/5. Darcy. And they have one card left. Well, there's Stinkweed Imp. Pretty good. Pass the turn back. Am I actually supposed to attack with the Golgari Thug here? I guess I am. They're not going to block it, right? And if they do block it, I get a Dredger. All right, swing with Golgari Thug. Yeah, so they just take it. Blue and red, cast EI. Lorien Revealed, surveilled to the graveyard. Lightning Bolt in exile. And they don't have the red mana to even cast it. And they don't have good attacks because the Stinkweed Imp trades with their Murktide. All right, attack with Golgari Thug. Swing. Well, let's play Amalgam. They're counterspelling Amalgam. Okay. Surveils Spell Pierce to the graveyard. All right, swing and swing. Well, I'll just block here, block here. They're missing what? Land in the graveyard? Or creature in the graveyard? All right, block here. So then they just lose both their guys. Cool. All right, attack with Golgari Thug. Swing. And I guess I just play Narcomoeba in case they kill this. And then swing in for a whole bunch. So yeah, let's just play Narcomoeba. Counterspell the Narcomoeba. Sure. Play this tapped. And go ahead. Plays Bobble. I can't believe this is holding back their Murktide right now, but I guess it makes sense. Upkeep Bobble trigger. Silver's Moat Ghoul. All right, attack with the Golgari Thug. Swing. They take one, and let's cast Silver's Moat Ghoul. Another counterspell. Very well. Plays a Spirebluff Canal and passes back. Got him on a 12-turn clock, boys, with this Golgari Thug. Attack with the Golgari Thug. And then play the Ghoul that we just drew. All right, pass it back. Opponent plays a tapped Steam Vents. Ooh, Thrilling Discovery. Okay. So I don't have anything with haste, so I should just attack first. Swing, and if I swing with this, they're just going to block it, right? They have to block. They'll just block it. Well, I can just draw with it if they do block it. All right, swing. All right, so they are blocking it. It's 2 to draw, right? All right, so black, this one, sack to draw a card. And then they take 1, and then let's try to cast Thrilling Discovery. Spell Pierce is the last card in their hand. All right, well, we can't pay for it, so pass the turn. I'm going to hold on to this land in case we draw Cathartic Reunion. Opponent bolts Stinkweed Imp. All right. So then we take 5 down to 6. And now we can start dredging. So Dredge, Narcomoeba triggers, put Narcomoeba into play, triggers the Amalgam. Do I even have any more fetchable lands in my deck? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I don't. Play the Stinkweed Imp, swing with Thug, and then end of turn Amalgam comes back. Mishra's Bobble. Their Bobble triggers, and then we draw for turn. All right. So just keep swinging with Thug only, I guess. Swing. All right, they go to 8. Play another Thug. And pass it back. Plays a land. Blood Moon. Okay. Stinkweed Imp, which we can't play. So combat, swing with just the Thugs. Swing and swing. And they go to 6. And then back to them. Plays a land. So if I attack with everything right now, they block Amalgam and take 4. So that's not lethal. Chill, which we can't cast. All right, so let's just keep swinging with Thugs, I guess. Let's say I go swing here, swing here, swing here, swing here. They block Amalgam. They take 3, go to 3. And then next turn it's lethal if they don't have an answer. So let's just swing here. Yeah. So they block that. It's fine. Take 3, go to 3. They just played another land. All right, so they're dead. But we're going to game number 3. I guess I'm supposed to bring in Thoughtseize. So let's see. What is just bad? Portable Hole I need to get rid of their Graveyard Hate and Early Dorks. I need Thoughtseize to take their counter spells so I can actually cast these things. So I get rid of Gaze. And maybe I'm just supposed to shave a bunch of stuff. So like Ghoul. One of the Oxes. One of the Chills. I probably don't need like a million Dark Blasts. These are basically the same thing as Dredging 3. All right, let's do that. We're also on the draw. I don't think I need Gemstone Caverns to speed up, but maybe I do. Gemstone Caverns. And then what would I cut for that? So fetch lands. So try this, I guess. Submit. All right, game 3 on the draw. We are Dredge playing against Murktide. I have Dredgers and I have Thrilling Discovery, so I guess I keep this. Opponent plays Spire Bluff. Turn 1 Ragavan. All right, so if I get Blood Mooned, I'm just dead. Conflagrate. Deals X divided as you choose. I don't have the mana to pay for that, so let's just play Scalding Tarn. Spire Bluff, Bauble. They hit us and exile a mana Confluence. All right, fetch. And then grab what? Just Blood Crypt? What's... No, because I have the City Brasses, so the most likely card I'm to play as just a single mana is probably Blood Crypt, actually, so that I can Dark Blast this monkey. All right, get that tapped. Then back to us. Now, what are the odds they don't have a counterspell? I would say basically nothing. So instead of casting anything, I could just discard to hand size and then see what they do on their turn. That might be better. There's just no way. They have 5 cards in hand, play double blue and don't do anything, and have a treasure token. There's just no way, right? They must have counterspells. I guess I could just play Cathartic Reunion to put them into my graveyard in the first place, and then even if Cathartic gets countered, they're in the graveyard anyways. So if I do that, what am I discarding? Amalgam plus Stinkweed Imp, probably. All right, cast Cathartic. Discard Stinkweed, Amalgam. All right, so they obviously have the counterspell. So Flusterstorm, opponent end step considers. They cast another Consider off their treasure and surveilled Scalding Tarn. That tells me they're desperately trying to find graveyard hate right now before I get to dredge Stinkweed. All right, Monkey hits us. We go to 14. They exile a Thoughtseize. Opponent really in the tank about what to do here. Obviously, I don't know what's in their hand, but I don't see why you wouldn't cast Thoughtseize. EI. Gets Flooded Strand in exile, plays Flooded Strand, cracks Flooded Strand, gets an island. Oh, they're just going to... Oh, they play Hearse, and then they're just eating those. All right, so now we go Thrilling, Stinkweed, and then try to go off. Thrilling Discovery. Go for Thrilling Discovery. Discard Thug, Stinkweed Imp, and then Stinkweed, and then Thug, and then Thug again. Did we hit nothing out of all of that? Wow. We hit Prized Amalgams, no Narcomoebas, no Chills, nothing. All right, well... And now they can just hearse our amalgams out of the yard or whatever. Opponent bobbles. We get hit by Ragavan and they exile a land. Dredging 13 cards and hitting no value. All right, so now we literally can't do anything, right? We can't cast this stuff. We can't dredge anymore. Hearse can keep eating our graveyard. I guess I can Confluence this thing for 1 damage or Conflagrate that. Oh, and they've got Spell Pierce or Counterspell. Yeah, all right, game over. On to round number 2. All right, round 2 on the draw with Dredge. Let's see, we've got Cathartic but no Dredgers, so mulligan, especially on the draw. All right, we have Cathartic, but we do have a Dredger, so keep this, put back Amalgam, or, Amalgam or Ox? Well, I can discard the Ox, right? Yeah, okay, so, well, I can discard any of this. So the best things to discard is Thug and probably Ox, so let's put Amalgam back. Opponent plays Polluted Delta. Back to us. All right, let's just play Blood Crypt tapped and pass it back to the opponent. They fetch. Steam Vents. Oh, another Izzet deck. All right, cast Consider. Keep it on top. They play Spire Bluff Canal. All right, so it's Murktide again. Dashing Ragavan. They hit us and exile Creeping Chill, so now they know exactly what we're doing. So hopefully they don't have Spell Pierce. Shock and Sacred Foundry. Cast Cathartic. Discarding Thug and Ox. Or Thug and Silver's Moat. We already lost a Chill. Let's discard Thug and Ox, I guess. Cast Cathartic. Does this resolve? It does resolve. All right. Dredge, Dredge, Dredge. We hit a Chill and nothing else. All right. Pass it back to the opponent. Plays Flooded Strand. Fetches. Gets an island. Dashes Ragavan. We go to 17. They hit another Chill out of our deck. All right. They've just conceded to this. Kind of surprised. So, yeah. Leyline of the Void. Thoughtseize, Portable Hole. Gemstone Caverns on the draw. Cut 2 fetch lands. Shave. Gaze, Blast, Ghoul, Chill, Ox, Chill, Ghoul. All right, that's probably fine. Let's see. Yeah, this is fine. Keep this and then Gemstone Caverns and get rid of Narcomoeba is probably the worst card in our hand. Yeah, it's got to be Narcomoeba. Steam Vents, Shock, Bobble, Bobble, Cracks the Bobble, Tormod's Crypt. All right, well, we're still going to cast Gaze. So, Creeping Chill in the graveyard, City of Brass in the graveyard. I guess I'm going to keep Thrilling Discovery. No, I'm not. I need to get rid of Tormod's Crypt. All right, trigger Creeping Chill. Drain the life. Back to us. Bobble again. So if I just cast Thrilling Discovery and bin Golgari Thug, I can get all the dredges before Tormod's Crypt can be activated, but then they can just activate it in response to all of the amalgams and everything that hit the graveyard. All right, so let's just filter our draws with Otherworldly Gaze. All right, cast this with Flashback right now. I'm just going to bin anything that isn't an answer to Tormod's Crypt. All right, so they only have one land. So at this point, let's just play Golgari Thug as a creature, I guess. Fetch. So I have all the colors I want, so it doesn't really matter which one I fetch. Steam Vents, shock this in, play Golgari Thug, and then let's just start beating them. Pass the turn. All right, they're still mana screwed. Cast Otherworldly Gaze. Thoughtseize is not relevant. Graveyard that. Graveyard the Thug. Put Prize Amalgam on top. So now that's a Dredger in the graveyard, so they want to pop this right now. Okay, so they're bolting this, and then they're going to Crypt us. Do I want to put a creature on top? I guess Silver Smoke Ghoul on top. And then they pop Crypt, sure. All right, so then we draw Amalgam, and then let's just play Amalgam and pass the turn. Blue for Lorien Revealed to go get their second land. They shock it in. They're at 13. Ragavan. All right, I don't think things are getting much better for me, so let's just cast Thrilling Discovery. Thrilling Discovery. Force of Negation. Just exiling Spell Pierce. All right, well, I'm not going to attack into this Ragavan, so let's just play Bloodstained and pass turn. Bolts our Amalgam. All right, so Ragavan hits us. They exile Cathartic Reunion. Red and white. Casts their own Cathartic. They discard Spell Pierce and Mishra's Bauble. All right, fetch. Let's grab Blood Crypt tapped. Argo. Stinkweed Imp. All right, just cast Stinkweed Imp. Pass the turn. Expressive Iteration. And then they just pass it back to us. All right, there's Golgari Thug. So let's attack and then play Golgari Thug. Or let's just do both. Play Golgari Thug. Attack with Stinkweed Imp. Opponent plays an island. DRC, which is not Delirious somehow. Consider. They don't actually have a land in their grave. Okay, now they do. Pins another Ragavan. All right, no more attacking for me, I guess. Ooh, Dark Blast. All right, pass it back to them. They have to attack with DRC, and we'll trade. EI. Surveils Counterspell to the graveyard. Island. Plays an island. All right, they must attack, so we'll block with Stinkweed Imp. They trade off. Then it's back to us. Let's just kill this Ragavan at end step. All right, Dredge the Stinkweed. Amalgam, nothing else. All right, replay Stinkweed. Attack with the Thug. Opponent goes to 11, and it's their turn. So let's get back Dark Blast. Yeah, I think we're out of chills now, so the Silver Smoke Ghoul is stranded in the graveyard. All right, let's attack with both. Swing, swing. Opponent goes to 9. Plays another land. Fetches. Lorien Revealed to draw 3 cards. Plays Ragavan normally. All right, Dark Blast the Ragavan. And then back to us, and then we Dredge Dark Blast. Still not hitting anything, so let's just keep attacking. Swing, swing. Opponent goes to 6. EI. Unlicensed Hearse. All right, fun's over. Unlicensed Hearse. Although it doesn't actually stop me from beating them in. But they have 7 cards in hand, so I imagine they've drawn some kind of removal by now. Unlicensed Hearse. 2 of our portable holes are already in the graveyard. Play a land. Blue, blue for Murktide, I assume. All right, there's the Murktide. Hearse eat our Dark Blast. Ooh, an Ox. So let's see, I swing. They're not going to block. They go to 5. And then I've got 1 turn to get these out. But I know I don't have 1 turn to get those out. All right, so combat, swing here and here. No blocks. They're at 4. All right, so let's just go Ox. So we discard this, and then I can Dredge the Dark Blast. All right, and we hit an Archamoeba, and we're going to get 3 Amalgams back. So get an Archamoeba, all of these trigger, and then go to the end step, and then get all the Amalgams. All right, we get all the Amalgams back, and then we can just chump block Murktide, red, red, blue, 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 Fury, so they can kill these. All right, so these die, and they can deal 8 in the air, but we're still at 4 after that. Unlicensed Hearse, eat some stuff. Oh, it grows the Murktide. They're eating stuff out of their own graveyard, so then we take 10, go to 2, and we die to a Bolt. Wow. All right. Game 3. What are we doing? All right, something like that. Submit. Oh, I needed to take the Gemstone Caverns out. Oh well. On the play. Yep. Well, I would have not kept this hand anyway. So, mulligan. This hand's so awkward. It has no draw or anything. No, mulligan this. Mulligan to 5. No lands. Mulligan to 4. All right, keep. What am I putting back? Amalgam, Dark Blast, Dark Blast. If I put this back and they play a turn 1 play, I don't have a way to actually get a Dredge into the graveyard. I guess I need to get my other land anyway. All right, Portable Hole goes back. City of Brass, go. Spiralwolf Canal, pass to us. All right, let's see if they don't have Spell Pierce. They have Spell Pierce. All right, back to them. All right, let's just cast Stinkweed Imp. End of turn, consider. Bolt our Stinkweed Imp, so they must have Graveyard Hate. Unlicensed Hearse, yeah, there it is. Eats our guys. Drew a Thug. All right, play Thug. EI. Doesn't matter. Now they have Hearse online, so even if we get dredgers into the graveyard, it doesn't matter. All right, combat, attack with the Thug, I guess. They fetch, play that tapped. This is yet another example of playing the variance deck and getting varianced. Murktide, we can't possibly race this. All right, Dark Blast, get a dredger into the graveyard. Back to us. Upkeep, take it out of our graveyard. All right, we've drawn nothing. We're gonna lose. Let's just move on. Yikes. Round 3. Well, we've played Murktide twice in a row now. Hopefully we can play something that isn't Murktide. Round 3 on the draw. We have Cathartic plus Dredgers, so I'm going to keep Misty Rainforest. All right, Scalding Tarn pass. Opponent cracks Misty. Gets Ketria Triome. Wooded Foothills. All right, fetch. Steam Vents, I guess. So I'm guessing this is Rhinos. So let's go Cathartic, discard Ox and Stinkweed. Dredge Stinkweed. Dredge Golgari Thug. Dredge Dark Blast. Creeping Chill. All right, opponent just concedes on the spot. Sure. I'm guessing Rhinos, so that means Thoughtseize is the only thing to... Yeah, Thoughtseize, and that's it. Gemstone Caverns, fetch lands out, and what do I want out for Thoughtseize? If I'm playing against Rhinos, then these Dark Blasts are much worse when they can't actually kill anything, but you do still need them, because you need a critical mass of dredging. And then, I don't know, 1 Gaze probably. All right, submit. Game 2 on the draw. We have no dredgers in our hand, so we have no dredgers in our hand, but we do have Gaze, which gives us plenty of opportunities to find them. All right, I'll keep. Basic Forest pass, so we might get mooned. Narcomoeba is a terrible draw. So let's stop on their upkeep, fetch, Steam Vents, shock it in. I guess no, I don't even need to stop on their upkeep. I can just stop on their end step. Cyclorian revealed, gets an island. We're probably getting Blood Mooned this game. Island. All right, cast Gaze. Put all of that in the graveyard. So use Chill, and then the Silver's Mote's only on our turn, right? If you're end step, yeah. So that is a reason to do it main phase then. Didn't know that. Ice our land. Okay. Scalding Tarn and pass. All right, if we get mooned, we get mooned. And then we'll just cast Cathartic Reunion. All right, we didn't. Fetch. Let's grab Sacred Foundry. Ice our land. In response, let's do Gaze. Put all this in the graveyard. All right, Ice resolves. All right, play Gemstones and go. We have no dredgers in our hand and no dredgers in our graveyard. All right, and they're missing their 3rd land drop. Discards Mystical Dispute. Well, there's Dark Blast, so I guess let's just cast Thrilling Discovery. Cast Thrilling Discovery. Yes, use the ability, discard Dark Blast, and then what's the other worst card in our hand? Chill that we're never going to cast? I guess we might cast it eventually. Probably Narcomoeba then. All right, Dredge Blast, Dredge nothing. All right, Chill trigger, evoke Endurance. Very well. Endurance is evoked. At least they go back in our deck, and they're not just exiled. Opponent's still missing their 3rd land. All right, stop on upkeep, Gaze. Huh. Well, I don't want to draw any of that, so graveyard it all. And then we draw. All right, Cathartic. Discarding Blast and Ghoul. So Dredge, and then nothing. These are some hands. All right, Thoughtseize our opponent. Their hand is Outburst, Shardless, Endurance, Mystical Dispute, Force, another Endurance. All right, well, they have 2 Endurances. So it's either take the first Endurance, and then they still have Endurance, or it's take Shardless Agent. Why in the world did they bring in Force of Vigor? All right, let's just take one of the Endurances, and then pass. Upkeep. I guess flashback this Gaze. Flashback Gaze. All right, put all this in the graveyard. And now are they going to Endurance us? Yep, Endurance, exiling Force of Vigor. So goes back into our deck. And then I'm not sure whether I want to Gaze now or not. I guess I'm not, because if we draw another Cathartic or Thrilling, I can just start going off again, hopefully. All right, Golgari Thug. So we'll just pass and Gaze. No, I just Gaze now. They have Mystical Dispute, though, so I don't Gaze now. I Gaze on their turn so that they have less mana to use stuff with. All right, they found their land. Shardless gets the Rhinos. All right, Gaze. All right, Thrilling Discovery I want in my hand, so let's bin this, and let's put this on top. All right, so draw, cast Thrilling Discovery. Oh, they have Force Negation. Come on. That was the one card they drew. All right, so now what? I can flashback Gaze. I guess let's do that. Flashback Gaze. Chill, Dark Blast, Mana Confluence. Chill triggers, not really helping though. So pass back to the opponent. Problem is I really need a Cathartic Reunion or Thrilling Discovery type effect to really get going with the graveyard. This is a 2-turn clock right here. Oh yeah, and they're going to outburst for more damage, right? Yeah, of course. So we're taking 13 to 6, and then their board is ridiculous. So I can't get out of this if I just dredge this Dark Blast, so I have to just draw normally and hope to find one of the draw 3 cards. Well, that ain't gonna do it. All right, so we're on the play. So Gemstone Cavern's back out, lands back in. Yeah, the Dark Blasts are terrible, so let's just play Gaze, and that's fine. Submit. I guess Leyline of Sanctity protects from Endurance, right? No draw spells, mulligan. All right, that's good. Keep this. Bin one of the discoveries. All right, done. Mana Confluence. Oh, yeah. Mana Confluence, Gaze. All right, Graveyard, Graveyard, Graveyard. Chill, use the chill, and pass. Island. All right, City of Brass, Thrilling Discovery, Force of Negation. Okay, pass it back. Exiled Subtlety. Why would you even keep Subtlety in this matchup? All right, let's try the Discovery again. Cast Thrilling Discovery. All right, discard Imp, Ox, Dredge Imp, Dredge Imp, Dredge Imp, triggers, usability, Narcomoeba, and we get the Amalgam. So then both of these go on the stack. We get Amalgam, we get Ghoul, pass to the opponent. And then we get our Ox back next turn. Opponent plays a third basic island, or second basic island rather. All right, back to us. So they don't have Outburst. Ice our land. So I can Dredge Stinkweed Imp, which I think I'll do. Dredge Stinkweed Imp. There's Conflagrate, which I can't cast. All right, so just go to attacks. Attack with everything. And then back to them. All right, we won. On to round number 4. Round 4 on the play. We have 1 land. We have everything else, but we only have 1 land, so we have to mull. All right, 2 lands. No dredgers, though. But I can potentially get dredgers off the Gaze. So I'll keep this and bin one of these cards, or Narcomoeba. Let's bin Narcomoeba, I think. All right, done. Mana Confluence, Gaze. All right, put all those in the graveyard. Did not find a dredger, though. Overgrown Tomb. Plays Delighted Halfling, so overwhelmingly likely to be Yawgmoth. All right, shock this in and Gaze. Jesus, still no dredgers, but we did get Chill with 2 Silver Smoke Ghouls in the graveyard. So use the Chill and then end step, and then both the Silver Smoke Ghouls come back. And that returns Prized Amalgam next turn, or at the end step of their turn, rather. Colony Garden, make a plant. So the Amalgam triggers, comes back. All right, I need to get some dredgers in here, so let's go flash this back. On my upkeep, all right, put the dredger in here, put this into the graveyard, put this into the graveyard, put this into the graveyard. I'm not going to dredge Dark Blast, though. Let's just draw normally. All right, combat, attack with all of these. Swing all. They just tanked it. Huh. So they're at 6. So even if they get Yawgmoth, they don't have that many draws with it. Cord for 0 to get Dryad Arbor? Yeah. I will probably get this Dark Blast now, because it gives me the option of killing their guys. All right, so they have Yawgmoth. Yeah, there's Yawg. But they can't actually activate him that much. So now I guess I don't want to dredge Dark Blast because he can just sack stuff in response to me casting it anyway. So just draw normally. All right, there's Ox. So let's go Thrilling Discovery, discarding Amalgam and Ox, and then dredge Dark Blast. All right, we hit no more dredgers. So if I attack here, he can go just block, block, shoot the other one. So attacking is pointless. I guess I can fetch Dark Blast on stuff. I can take him off of having as many creatures for Chord of Calling, so that's probably worthwhile. All right, attack with everything. Swing, swing, swing. No, he's just going to sack now. All right, goes to 4. No, doesn't go to 4. Yes, goes to 4. Sacks the plant, kills Silver's Moat. Has to block here. Oh, I don't have Blood Crypt in my deck anymore. All right, well, tap that. I milled it over. All right, Yawg takes 3, and then pass it back to them. But they only have 3 to 4 mana to work with, and can only activate Yawg 3 times before they're out. Fetches with Verdant, so they have even less ability to activate Yawg. They basically need to play Zulaport 2 Wolves exactly. Well, there's Zulaport. There's Strangleroot. They're sacking Strangleroot to kill, to shoot Amalgam for 1. Okay. Dryad Arbor for the Strangleroot Geist. Okay. I guess what? He's trying to find Endurance. So my turn, my plan is just Dark Blast the Zulaport Cutthroat and Ox back with Dark Blast plus anything else I can find. All right, there's another dredger. So let's just make sure to kill Zulaport. Sack Zulaport targeting Amalgam. Okay. Then this fizzles. Then escape Ox. Get rid of land, 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 land. Spell that doesn't matter. Land. Otherworldly Gaze. Oh, I need to do even more than that. I guess Silver's Moat doesn't matter because if I hit Chill, they're dead anyway. Done. Triggers. All right, resolve this. Discard everything. Get back Golgari Thug. Get back Dark Blast. Get back Stinkweed Imp. All right, did I hit a Chill? I hit a Chill. All right, so we won. So their removal, their graveyard hate is endurance. So we need to take Leyline. And all the rest of this also seems good. Thoughtseize to take Yawg or Cord or whatever it is they have. Portable Hole for their guys. Portable Hole for their guys might not be actually relevant. But if they have like Unlicensed Hearse or something as their graveyard hate, then I do need that. So it doesn't hurt to just have it. And we're on the draw. Oh, Leyline of the Void 2. Gemstone Caverns. So fetch lands out. And then what? Dark Blast is actually really good. Cut one Ox. Ghoul, Chill. What else? Gazes. One Amalgam. One Narcomoeba. One more Ghoul. Is that good? But then I'm like shaving on all the things that are actually good in this deck. Dark Blast. Let's try this, I guess. Alright, submit. On the draw against Yawgmoth playing Dredge. I have land, Thoughtseize, Dark Blast. No actual... So this is the Dredger in my hand. I have to find a second land in order for this to do anything. Yeah, let's mull. Alright, this is also not good. Because all it has is Dark Blast and actually is not capable of doing anything else. So let's mull to 5. Alright, keep this. Put Conflagrate back. Put back a land. Put back Steam Vents. Done. Reveal Leyline of Sanctity. Opponent plays Colony Garden. Alright, let's just play a land and then pass and then Dark Blast this or something else. Swamp. Plays Young Wolf. Alright, I guess I'm just killing this plant. Fetch. Get Blood Crypt. Kill that. And take my turn and dredge this. We dredged over another blast. So let's go fetch Sacred Foundry and cast Thrill of Discovery. Discard both of these. And then dredge Dark Blast. Dredge Dark Blast. Dredge Golgari Thug. Alright, all this goes on the stack. Chill Trigger. Get Narcomoeba back. But I don't think we actually accomplished much doing that. I didn't hit anything else of relevance. So pass. Ignoble. Alright, back to us. Let's dredge Thug. We dredged mostly nothing again. Alright, so let's just blast the Ignoble. And then I'll attack them with the Narcomoebas. Swing and swing. Alright, we get attacked by the Young Wolf. Go to 18. Alright, dredge Thug. We've still really not hit anything. So let's just play Thug, I guess. And attack with the Narcomoebas. Man, Dredge's post-board games get really anemic, don't they? From both sides. Swing and swing. Bowmasters to kill one of them. Okay. They go to combat. Attacking with the Bowmasters. No. Attacking with the token. Sure, I will snap block any attacks. Golgari Thug. I don't think I want to put anything back on top of my deck. Oh no, I want to put Narcomoeba back on top. Put Narcomoeba on top. So then that goes back on top. Then we dredge. Narcomoeba hits the graveyard and we get one Amalgam back. And then I'll Dark Blast the Bowmasters. Endurance, they can't target us because we have Leyline. They are courting for 2. Okay. For another Bowmasters. Sure. Kill the Narcomoeba. Then Endurance dies. So let's dredge Thug. Get the Narcomoeba back. Our graveyard still really sucks. So get Narcomoeba back. Trigger the Amalgam. So we milled over Conflagrate so I can kill everything here, I believe. Pay red, red. Discard all 4. Then Young Wolf undies, but who cares? That's fine. And then we get our Amalgam back, and then it's their turn. Combat. No blocks. We're at 16. Alright, they finally found another land, and are playing Grist to make a token. So I'm just going to dredge Dark Blast and then kill Grist off. Dredge, chill, trigger, Dark Blast the insect. Alright, we have won the match. On to round number 5. Alright, now round number 5 on the play with Dredge. Let's see, I only have a single land, otherwise this hand would be good. So mulligan. Alright, this hand has a Dredger in it, so it's okay. It also has Gaze. So keep this, put the Silver's Moat back in the deck. Alright, so shock in Steam Vents, cast Gaze. Everything in the graveyard. Pass the turn. Opponent plays Bloodstained Mire, Blood Crypt, Ragavan. Alright, as much as I'd like to cast Thrill of Discovery, I think I should just kill that. So shock and then pass. Swamp. Alright, kill that. So Ragavan dies. And then if they have Dothy Voidwalker on turn 2, we're just dead immediately. Alright, Thoughtseize our Thrilling Discovery. So I'm going to upkeep Gaze. Cast Gaze from the graveyard. Alright, graveyard, graveyard, graveyard. Use the chill trigger. And then let's dredge Thug. There's Narcomoeba. Get Narcomoeba back, gets back the Amalgams. Alright, we have won. So it's Scam. So Leyline of Sanctity for all of the thought-seizing effects. Gemstone Caverns on the draw. What is Scam running in their sideboard? I think they're probably also running Leyline of the Void, right? I need Portable Hole to kill Dothy. Could be Void, could be Nile Spellbomb. So then what am I shaving here? One of this, one of this, one of this, one of this, one of that, one Narcomoeba. All right, submit this. Game 2 on the draw, Dredge versus Scam. We've got Portable Hole in case they have Dothy, plus Otherworldly Gaze. So let's keep this, and then let's gemstone the steam vents away. So gemstone, and get rid of, I guess no, this is already any color we need, so let's get rid of City of Brass. Blackcleave Cliffs, Ragavan. All right, Gaze. I guess I should wait to see if they grief us. All right, so Ragavan resolves. All right, Gaze in the second main. Leyline of Sanctity I definitely don't want. I don't want more draws. I have all these draws already, so I don't want any more of them. There's Stinkweed Imp. So let's go Steam Vents, Shock, Cathartic, and let's discard Imp and the other Cathartic and leaving Portable Hole in our hand in case we need to kill Dothy. So Dredge. Wow, that was horrible. That was absolutely horrible. All right, pass back to Ragavan. We dredged, milled over 5 non-dredge cards, and then drew 2 dredge cards, and didn't hit anything else of any value. All right, Ragavan hits us. Trigger, Stinkweed Imp. All right, second main, Bloodstained Mire, Crack, Swamp. All right, there's Dothy. All right, so Portable Hole, kill Dothy, and then Blood Crypt Shocking here, and then just pass it back and Dark Blast the Ragavan. All right, Dark Blast. So Ragavan dies. Bloodstained Mire. Another Dothy. All right, that's a problem. So upkeep. I guess I can cast Gaze and try to find another Portable Hole because I'm not racing them. So Gaze. So I can put Dark Blast in my hand and then I can dredge this blast back and blast it with 2 blasts. So put this on top and then graveyard the other 2. Yeah. So then go to draws and then do not dredge anything. We draw a Dark Blast and then just pass back to them. Bloodstained Mire, Crack, gets a Swamp. All right, if they Blood Moon us, we just lose. All right, we lose. I don't want to have to sideboard additionally Wear Tear as well. So Gemstone Caverns out, these lands back in. So maybe on the play, Thoughtseize is better. All right, let's submit that. On the play, we've got 1 Gaze to try to find a land. So basically it's land, Gaze, try to find a land in the top 3 cards. Also, if our opponent Thoughtseizes us on turn 1, then we just lose the Thrilling Discovery and we're dead. All right, I can do better. Mulligan. That is the same exact thing, but without Thrilling Discovery. All right, Mulligan. All right, there we go. Keep, put back Chill in a land, and then just hope they don't have Thoughtseize. So keep, Chill goes back, and a land goes back. Done. Turn 1, land, go. Blackcleave Cliffs. All right, good. Ragavan. Fetch. It doesn't really matter. What might I need at some point in the game? A second black source to double Dark Blast. Grab Blood Crypt, tapped. All right, City of Brass, Cathartic. Discard the 2 Stinkweed Imps. Dredge, Dredge, Dredge. Bring back Narcomoeba. We hit like almost nothing there, right? Literally just Narcomoeba, nothing else. Wow. Not a single other thing, eh? All right, pass it back. I guess Narcomoeba can at least trade with Ragavan, hypothetically. All right, so I've got Conflagrate in the yard, which I can flashback and put all these things in for. So if they ever do get Dothy in play, I can kill it. Bloodstained Mire. No attacks, back to us. All right, do I want to flashback Gaze on upkeep? Not in particular. I guess, so if I'm going to draw a draw discard spell, I do want it, but I can't cast it this turn anyway. I guess I would keep Thoughtseize if I drew it. So let's do this, yeah. Blue thing. Flashback Gaze. Graveyard, okay. So there's Blast. So Blast into the graveyard, Confluence into the graveyard, this on top, and then draw normally, then play a land and pass. Opponent fetches, and now they're going to Bowmaster the Narcomoeba? No, they're not. Oh, they have Blood Moon, don't they? Don't they? And then we can't cast Thrilling Discovery or anything else. I guess we can cast Conflagrate still. We've milled over 2 Cathartics as well, so that bodes poorly. Polluted Delta. Evoking Fury. So I presume they have a scam spell. They exiled Blood Moon to do that. Yeah, Malice. Then we get hit by Ragavan. And they exile a City of Brass from our deck. Fetch Polluted Delta. All right, are they just going to Blood Moon us right now? So they had a second Blood Moon. All right, so what can we do at that point? We're going to die in 2 hits to these regardless of whether I fetch or not. So let's just fetch to get a land out of our deck. All right, Blood Moon, and then what? So I can't cast anything. So the only thing to do is just dredge something or just cast Conflagrate. I can kill this with Conflagrate, right? So dredge nothing and just Conflagrate to kill both of these creatures. Yeah, so don't dredge and then go Conflagrate here and here, discard everything. All right, everything dies. We're empty-handed. They have nothing on the board. And now we're in the just Dredge normally game plan. All right, they played a land and did nothing. So on upkeep, we can't do anything. So Dredge, a Stinkweed Imp. 2 chills. Chill them, chill them. Ooh, Ox is in here. Ooh, we got Ox. All right. Escape, land, land, spell, land, spell, land, spell, done. Ox, then Dredge Stinkweed Imp, Dredge Stinkweed Imp, Dredge Stinkweed Imp. So go to the end step, a bunch of these trigger, and then everything enters the field. All right, gotcha. Scam deck, you just got scammed. 3-2 record with Dredge. So even though it went 3-2, which is obviously not a great record, but it's not a terrible record either, I feel like the deck is struggling because the rest of the format has warp speed accelerated ahead in power level due to a number of things: Fire Design, Modern Horizons, Lord of the Rings, and Dredge has basically not gotten anything new. For the most part, it's like the same old deck. I think the newest card in the deck is Otherworldly Gaze from Midnight Hunt, and otherwise everything else in the deck is the same. So it is a deck that can struggle in that regard to keep up with the rest of the metagame.